So I'm slowly adding a few more pieces when I find them to the shelf that Chris did put up for me. And I just recently got this beauty at a estate sale. It's a little bit worse for wear. Not everybody might see the beauty that I do. Somebody meddled it together. I love that character. So I'm gonna keep this one for myself, and I think it's small enough to add to, as I call it, my German breadboard shelf. So yeah. So I think I'm gonna.
So she's got to climb up a ladder to get there.
Yeah, I can do the 3 ladder to get there. Yeah, I think. Very carefully. Don't watch me do it. I think I'm just gonna set this one underneath the pepper. I could actually fit some more on either side when I find some old.
Of course you can.
Old boards that I like, but I can give you a closer view. So yes, oh, I love this. One of my favorites. Love it. Yeah, I can fit more. Look, and just think about decorating for Christmas because I got that weird plug-in. I can put a light up here. So we have this, and then we have the tobacco basket. But then it kind of is like there's a lot of white going on over here. So, you know, recently we had picked up some on the US 12 garage sales. I had to think for a second. Picked up some salvaged pieces, and I went and stole one from one of our booths because I think that will add what needs to be over that door. Simple wood molding, just a salvage piece that probably came off a dresser, but it's about the color that we need it to be. So Chris is gonna hang that one up for me. And he's tall enough, of course. Oh, isn't he just, I would just guesstimate. But he's trying to center it over the molding.
It's right where the hole is.
The molding.
Or it's close enough.
Close enough. So like I said, I think this just came off a dresser, but same tones as the tobacco basket and the breadboard yummies. So yeah, what it needed. So there, just needed that third element. You don't need to see my refrigerator with my calendar on it, but anyway, yeah, that's what it needed. It just needed like a 3 triangle point there. Let me see, can I back up more? So triangle point, yeah. Oh, it's so hard to get it all in. Yes, someday we will fix that, but that's a whole nother hire electrician. We found the lights. But yeah, you gotta save your pennies and come up with a plan, because that is not an easy job. That's like 15 feet in the air, y'all, to fix and get our new lighting system. So maybe Christmas present, maybe a spring break present. I'm not sure. I absolutely love that my son is a thrifter, because as an estate sale, he came to my house, brought me a $5 ironstone pitcher. So it is beautiful. I don't know. I'm not sure who the maker is, but yes, beautiful pitcher. It's a smaller one in size, actually. So yeah, I like the exit sign. Not as white as I'd like it to be, but it's character. It's all about character. But they did not come with a hanging system. So do you guys all love these? I actually got these at Walmart, and they're just measure, center, and hammer in. If the item's lightweight enough. All our molding is white on white. So I thought I'd put my horse up here, this kind of aged, so I think that it'll kind of coincide a little bit.
Or
see?
the door.
Yeah, see the horse? And then you'll know which way to get out.
Yes. Very tricky in a one door room.
It's just funny.
You want it centered in here?
Centered over that part. Yes, please.
Well, it's going to be the same. So it's 33, so 15, 16. And how high up do you go on it?
Just right on top of the molding, I think, or not. I mean, anywhere in the vicinity, hovering above it is fine. The things I have them do, because then I have to get up on the step ladder. Ta-da!
Wow.
So he measures and everything. I just eyeballed. Looks good here.
And I can see it's off by a half a mile.
It probably is. It's probably off, but I chose to keep the sign I made because I've always wanted one. So, yeah, it's probably not centered in the spot. And Chris measures everything. And
now it's going to mess with me every time I see it.
yeah, if he's going to think it's crooked. Get though, just a little bit of character on the very stark white. Not everybody's jam by any means, but I love this sign that I made though. I'm very proud of how it turned out. I did hang this one up. Now I just have to figure out what I can put on top of here because it has a little shelf. This is so pretty, this wrought iron. Oh my goodness, it even got some rusty crustiness. Oh, it's so pretty. So we're doing a Labor Day auction. At DNS Auction Service, about 45 minutes away today. See what they do. Oh, it's a juicer. It's rare. Blue. It's a nice cubby. Yeah, it's old. It's cute though. That's what I do. Colored. Cute cabinet. That's a fan of some sort. Crazy, huh? I don't really know how that works. Toy soldiers. It's a little broken there. Yep. Stadium. It's fun. Just a fun piece.
No, she's home. We went out to dinner last night.
Wow, how thin that one is. Black spice cabinet. Oh, it's another one of those. No base. Oh. I told you I like numbers. And then I wanted to look at. Oh, I can't look at that. That's heavy. Inside, is it wood or is it resin?
It's plastic.
Plastic. Still pretty cool. Sculpture of the horse. That has to shake. The shinies. These are some of the smalls.
Do you?
And I shine in the
Yeah. Yeah, this is made for that.
yeah.
Bree sold this a couple times. Glowy glass.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Neat older cast iron pieces. More cast iron.
Telephone number 279.
She's pretty, doesn't she? Look at her stained glass. Doesn't look terrible. Can't see the back. Can't see the back. See some shiny boots. See everything in here. Just old ornaments, looks like. Okay, I would say that we did okay at a Labor Day auction. Can't wait to share it with you. So today, Labor Day, we are going to hop over for a couple hours before stocking our booth. Yeah, let's see how much you can fit in on Labor Day. It's Labor Day, right? To an auction in Tecumseh, or in Tecumseh? The DNS auction service, we have been there before. They do a Wednesday and a Sunday, but we usually only do Sundays because we can't make it in time on Wednesdays. So it was nice that they had a Labor Day one at 11 o'clock a.m. So just went for a couple hours, and we'll share the goodies with you when we get home. Stopping at Memory Lane Antiques. It's just a small little antique store in Brooklyn. We decided we could stock another day, so. And Chris is gonna go look at the chicken coop I've looked at before, but I just can't. I think it's like $225 or something.
I was actually checking out this crock.
Oh, because we just bought a crock like that. That's got the fancier salt glaze on the top.
That's a nice looking crock.
It is.
$75.
Yeah, I knew it was up there. Yeah, that's cute. It looks like it was repainted. $175. Okay. We'll see how this store goes. What's in here?
I go like, wow. I wonder how many cars drive by thinking, oh, that's just
Can't see 200 on the coffee, which is what I have mine on. I hate when you can't see the prices. 45 on the flour, 75 on the nutmeg, candlesticks 50, $4.75 on the whole bowl set. It's funny, we had him before.
Oh, this one here.
85 on him. Sold him online. The two vases are 40. This is the couple that was sitting in front of us, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. It's a little brass deer. He's 25. He's cute. Just mechanics. 250 and 350. Is that a mechanics too, or just a?
This almost looks like a jewelry box.
Yeah. Pretty. How much are those?
$225 and $550. Yeah. But I mean, that one's great.
That one is great. Yeah, those are hard finds, y'all. Isn't that funny how we don't see them and then all of a sudden we see it? That's 4 weekends in a row we've seen these now. That's a nice display. $69 on those whole Howards. They're very pretty. Oh my gosh, it's the cookie jar. I've never seen the cookie jar. $225 on that. $295 on the cat back there. The Fenton Ghost is $295. Okay. Jelly and mustard, they're $185 a piece. $145 on the green. Moon and Stars Fairy Light. $125 on that one. Oh my gosh, how much is that? $255 on that one, and this is the same one I have at $255. I have this one in my booth right now. And $49 on that vase. Look at that kitty's face. It's so cute. And then, yeah. The prices are what the prices are. It's what you have to pay for them. Ooh, some more vintage Christmas. I love vintage Christmas. $39. Is that a Putz house or a remake? You can't see what those little trees are back there. Lots of bulbs. I don't need any of those, but I like to look to see what other people are pricing. Lots of Christmas. What is that perfect purple swung vase in there though? I can't see what that price is. Oh my god. I have no idea what that price is. I might have to look at that. I don't have purple. It's 30% off, so I really am going to take a look at that purple vase. It may be out of, I have to get a key. It may be out of what I want to pay for it, but I might as well. How much are these ones? $150 on that 4 set of jadeite cups. Do you see?
That doesn't seem like that's a bad price.
$275.
I mean, it's not a desirable color, but
No. Not a terrible price, no. Any sales? As is. What's as is? For some reason it's as is. Usually the booth I check out, she usually has some good prices. Oh, too bad somebody spilled paint on that. $48 on that. Just look around, see if she has anything today. Maybe not. Spools, $5. Nope. No, I guess I'm not seeing anything. I like the green bean sign for 20, but I can make that for 20, so I can't do that. But no. Well, old cart, green cart, 68. Cute are these? Cast iron pig bookends. That rolling pin. That's beautiful. $75 Columbus rolling pin. I'm sure it's worth it. Old scale, $75. Put paper in it and you can get a little bit more out of it. It's worth buying the paper. So we came from the auction, switched vehicles out, and now we are doing some restocking. It's just easier when Chris has the day off, so it always counts on having to rearrange things. So yes, cart full. Time to restock some stuff. Unfortunately, I have to split it between the booths. Unfortunately, apparently not. Oops. A Labor Day weekend auction. So our kids were busy, family was busy, so there was no like getting together. So Chris and I just found things to do. Putzed around the house a little bit one day, and then of course waited for Labor Day to go to an auction. Now we've been to the DNS auction house before. It's a nice auction. They have a Wednesday and they have a Sunday. I think Wednesdays are consistent, Sundays are not as consistent, but it's in the Tecumseh area. So if you're local to that works out perfect for you. So we haven't really been going because we've been going to huge auctions on a Saturday and had to take care of hauls. that kind of thing, and then restock or whatever. But, you know, it was perfect. We were caught up, so we headed over to see, you know, you can pre-look to see what they think are the attention grabbers to have people come and bid on. And there's always some extras that you don't see in the pictures. They don't show pictures of everything. So what did Chris and I get? Well, there was a few things that I showed you that I wanted to get. And then there was a few extras that I'm like, hey, if that goes reasonable enough, I'll go ahead and buy it. So I have never seen one painted in black. It's one of the spice boxes. And I didn't have to pay terrible for it. Unfortunately, I think like 30. I don't remember all the way. You know, how we do things is sometimes you pay up for things, sometimes you get things on the cheap, and somehow it all seems to work out for us. That's why I never share like, this is what you should do in business, this is what you should pay, this is what you should sell it for. In the grand scheme of all of it, it seems to always work out. So I think this is a beautiful black spice cabinet that I don't have to do anything to, just either resell, or I kind of like it for my own home. I don't have spots for it. That's the problem with being a reseller, is there's so many yummies out there that you want to keep. Did get another, this will be like my fourth one of these old general store paper cutters. Now, Chris will put a base on this one because it would be tipsy if somebody wanted to use it. And then I finally found a roll that fits it on Amazon that looks a little bit vintage. And I do think that they sell better, one with the rolls and one with a secure base that somebody can use it. So minimal, using scrap wood, and the price of what you paid for this, which I think was $20, $30. And it is missing a dowel, but we had thrifted a ton of dowels at an auction years ago that we're still working through. So we have plenty of dowels to cut off to put the paper on, but displaying it that way makes it more of a usable piece, and it's ready for somebody to add into their decor. And I absolutely love this little mixer. It's not quite the green, the mint green, but it is retro, it is cool. It's that blue-green aqua. I think it's super sweet. Have I plugged it in yet or not to see if it works? No. It needs cleaned up, and then we can check it out and see if it works or not. But I think it's beautiful. I think somebody will love to have it in the retro kitchen. I did get the hanging scale that it was sitting off to the side, so I didn't even get to show it to you. I did ask before the end of the auction if they would put it up for bid. You see the trays, you see the scales, but you don't see a lot of them together. And that graphics is in wonderful shape. So I did bid on this sign. It is old, it is retro. It's that hard plasticky. I think it is awesome for primitive decor, farmhouse, country. The white horse is awesome. Yeah, you could paint it, but I would not, unless it sat for a very long time in my retail booth, I would not paint this at all. I think it is what it is. It's beautiful. Now my next piece, I had to buy both pieces. They sold them together, but I wanted this sampler. It is let me turn off my light because it's gonna glare. It is a sampler. It is What Christmas Means to Me, signed by Sarah. I thought it was super sweet, and it's got like a, it's actually a mustard type of frame, so that folk art, primitive vibe going on there. It means family and friends, food by the score. It means laughter and love, and oh so much more. It means giving and sharing and peace and good cheer. It means hugging your grandma at the best time of the year. It means uncles and aunts and cousins in droves. It means tinsels and lights and riches smells of cloves. It means pines bought and babbled and made of glass, tins and berries. It means garlands and popcorns that make the tree look so merry. Christmas is holly and cinnamon too. Christmas means hope to me and to you. I think it was super sweet. So it's a big one though. It is a big one. And then this other little piece, maybe Sandra Baker, another little piece came with it that doesn't Sometimes just painting the frames a different color help these sell, by the way. I did get this vintage old-timey jar. The ones with the green lids that are vintage, even if I paint these up and make them green, these sell really well. So I think I gave, I don't know, 11 bucks or something for it. So I didn't think that was too bad. The chances of an auction being garage sale prices or whatever you consider garage sale prices, yeah, a lot of us are resellers there, and we're there to get inventory. Chris picked up this, it's a newer bottle. I don't remember how much he gave for it, but it's an advertising oil bottle and the newer style. And they do sell. Collectors do. Not only, you have your collectors of like the vintage or just people who want to collect old or new advertising oil bottles. And then my last, I know this kind of seems weird, is a uranium glowy glass pew pew. This auction house I've actually bought one of them before from. I don't know where they get them from or who buys them wholesale to resell them, but I paid $85, I think, for it. The last one I sold for $225. So it's kind of like one of those you have to spend money to make money kind of things. Not a quick sell, not something I'm usually put on eBay. I just put it into my retail booth. I need to buy a new black light because I've got a lot of vintage Halloween in my case right now. So I'll probably wait to put it into my case until, but it glows beautiful. Yeah, I don't know where they keep showing up from, but I've seen a couple, and this is my second one I bought to resell. For $40 a piece, Chris did score these two amazing large crocks. So we got a 20-gallon and a 15-gallon. Now these are slower sells because they're bigger, but because he got them for such a great deal, he'd be able to resell them for under $100. Well, there's always the rule of thumb. Do you 3 times your money? Do you double your money? For an item like that you can make double your money on, that's what he wants to do. He might go a little bit higher just so somebody could ask for 10% off, and so it still all works out that way. But there's not chipped, cracked, or anything. Once you get over the $100 mark, sometimes they're, some of those older salt glazed ones are in the hundreds to 200s to 400s, 500s of dollars. So these big ones, it's nice to be able to pick them up on the cheap. $40 is not cheap by any means, but hopefully get an under $100 price tag so you can make them a quick sale, because they would take up a lot of room in your booth. So my big purchase, like I said, we didn't get a ton of stuff, but one of my big purchases was the Christmas box. So it was kind of hard to get in and look at it without having to pull everything out. So I paid $100 on this Christmas box. So let me know if you think I am totally crazy. I'm gonna move the camera around and tilt the camera down so you can see what's inside of it. Now this box was full of vintage. It's like one of those things like you don't want to uncover it all because you don't want people to see what's in there. So the only thing I spied was 2 shiny bright boxes. But every time I moved things around, I saw vintage bulbs. So $100. So right off the bat, when I was emptying out, there's an old tree topper. Unfortunately, somebody had ate it. There's that. So that is a great score because I think those sell for about $30. I'm looking for red ones to put in with my white hobnail Fenton. So of course I was hoping that's what it was going to be. Some of the other things that I pulled out, there's these old bells. Now these are old tinsel bells. And stuff like this does sell, or I use it to make little vignettes for y'all at the holidays time. So like I said, this is the first layer I took off. So right off the bat, there's more little vintage bulbs, beautiful. These must have been toys that were stocking stuffers. They're not really very, very exciting, but they're there. Another little shoe box that I'll take some time to go through and make sure because even though you may not like something like this, somebody else would. So I don't want to, it looks like it was like off an old flower arrangement that you would have been. So I try to go through the tinsel, you know, look through everything, not just throw it out. I paid $100 for this, so. Okay, so here was the shiny bright box. Not, I mean, they're hard to be in good shape. But this was what was in the box. We have an old bell, another little shiny and bright ball, snowball. But this is actually a rubber little pixie. Oh my gosh. And then here is the sweetest little egg with another little pixie in it. I know nothing about these two pieces. This one might have been handmade. Another little bell. I mean, it's just packed full with all these little vintage ornaments, y'all. Another little, yeah, so more little bulbs. So some of it I haven't even seen yet. I don't know, what would have went through there? That was funny. Some felt. Look at these bulbs. Or probably came out of something. They're very retro fun. This might even be a putz house. I'm not sure. I have some that I haven't done much with yet. I was just waiting for the season. There's this old tree. I gotta make it be pretty, because right now it is not pretty. It's not pretty. So we'll play with it. The base is in there. Yeah, sometimes you have to give some things some TLC and see if they work or not. So there's that. And then this is just a box. I don't know if people made some homemade ribbons. A little ornament that has a little deer head. But like I said, I wouldn't throw much of it out because I would be looking to see if there's anything that I could use. I don't know what all these little party hall. I don't know. I keep finding these little, I don't know if they were stands, but they say party hall. I don't know. I do not know. We've got some vintage bells. I mean, you can tell at the cord that it's vintage. They just threw these in the box, somebody's homemade angel ornaments. Oh, here's the tree's base. At least it has the base. It is chipped. But we'll see if it works or if it doesn't work. We got a tree topper, vintage tree topper star. Another little plastic flower. But here's another box that has the vintage shiny bright balls. I'm not done yet, so do you guys think I was crazy? Unfortunately, this one needs help also. This shiny bright box is in good shape. All that resell. Do you know what I do? Like when this foil, the cellophane, is broken or missing, I always save the cellophane that comes in like my stamps from IOD or my transfers, because it's pretty close to the same thing and you just double stick tape it in. So there's that, just a little trick of don't throw that stuff away. Now I haven't seen this shape before. Those are pretty cool. There's about 4 of those in there. And I always love the ones, the shiny brights that say, like this says, I can't pull it out because all the strings seem to be attached to each other. So Silent Night and some more of the bells. So far I do think it was worth $100. It's funny when you're at an auction, when people think you overpaid for something, they'll look straight at you, like they'll turn and look right at you. And I'm like, I don't know. I think there's some good stuff in it. And, you know, other people must have saw it too because they were bidding it up. And there's a whole bunch of, probably 20 of these little, at the bottom of this. And one bonus of an old-timey dresser mirror. So not sad by any means. These are just some plastic bells. You heard the bells, but yeah, I definitely think it was worth the $100. And I knew that we needed to go to our booth and restock, but do you ever put something off? So it's not like it was empty or anything like that. You just wanted to straighten it up, and you know, it ended up being a busy shopping day, luckily. God wink moment. So we decided, like, okay, we're gonna go straight down 50 and hit Brookland, which is by Tecumseh, and go to a couple antique malls there, antique stores there, to check them out. Now, Pine Tree wasn't open, so we just made it to, what is that? Memory Lane. And I only purchased one thing, y'all, but God wink moment that he sent us there, because I did buy the Ellie Smith amethyst swung vase. And when I saw it in the case, I'm like, does that say 135? And I could see it scratched off. I could see that the person had like discounted it. So I'm like, and then I'm like, well, 30% off, 135, da, da, da. You know, I'm trying to do math, and I'm not a quick math person. There's that. So I had to get the guy, the owner, to get a key so we could look at it. And then when he pulled it out, he's like, it's like 35 or whatever it was. I don't even remember what the price. This ending price of it with the 30% off was 24 something. So $25. I got this beautiful amethyst. Is not a color I see a lot, like the lilac one. Oh my gosh. So yes, I did look back into the case and like, okay, is there anything else that I would like to have? But I didn't see anything else. So after the lovely, all that, oh my gosh, how much Howard Christmas and vintage Halloween, I had to wipe the drool off my face because it was probably on the glass when I was taking video of that. I'm like, ooh, you are lucky enough to get wherever that buyer gets to buy from. Wow. Is booth envy a thing? I don't know. I know you're not supposed to envy, but they had some awesome scores. You saw some of the Viking owls, you saw the vintage Halloween, and then did I get I got the jadeite. So my jadeite pieces that I'm selling on eBay are right on with the same, you know, we're all coinciding with the selling prices. So, and that was beautiful. That was a lot of yummies in one little booth section. So I don't even know that in person. I just know that they had some wonderful treasures. So thanks for going with us on Labor Day. Oh, we are not on Labor Day when you're watching this, but thank you for seeing what was at auction. It's a small, tiny auction. It's in a building, so there wasn't like I could like whip my camera out and video a little bit of the auction. It would just been creepy. So anyway, thanks again for watching today's video. As always, if you're part of our YouTube family, thank you so much. And if you're new and you're checking out this channel for the first time and you liked what you saw, please hit that subscription button along with the notification bell so you know we've uploaded a new video. And we will see you next time, guys, and you can see what we're up to. Bye.